N.I.N, Violent Femmes, Color Me Once. And earlier we talked about how Brandon Lee died in a freak accident in the movie The Crow. So let's discuss exactly what happened. I'm pretty sure that some of you are wondering what scene was he actually shot in the film. And basically the 52nd day of shooting was when it happened, March 31, 1993 to be exact. And the scene is when he walks into his apartment to find his girlfriend being raped by thugs. The character played by Michael Massey, known in the film as Fun Boy, fires at Eric as he walks into his apartment. And that was actually the scene where Brandon was shot, which caused his death. Now, they were behind schedule, so the second team unit made dummy cartridges from real ones. Now, this is how it happens. It's a little bit scientific, but hopefully you catch up with me on this. A cartridge with only a primer and a bullet was fired from the pistol prior to the scene. Now, this caused a squib load in which the primer provided enough force to push the bullet out of the cartridge and into the barrel of the revolver, where it became stuck. Now, the crew never noticed the malfunction, so they reloaded the gun with blanks and gave the prop to Massey, who played Fun Boy. When the actor fired the gun, the blank cartridge's explosion propelled the squib load out of the barrel and into Lee's abdomen, which later on shattered his spinal cord. Now, the director yelled "cut," but Lee remained on the ground as he was hit, and he was soon rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. He was pronounced dead at 1:03 p.m. So there you go. The crew that was lazy to double check the safety was behind Brandon Lee's unfortunate death. Doesn't that just piss you off? All right, up next, we've got something in that emotion, Pantera. And this one is called The Badge. You're locked on to The Real Score, featuring The Crow on N.I.N. N.I.N, and that was Pantera with The Badge. Now, I got somebody on the text line who wanted to help out our caller earlier, who wanted to know more about that Henry Rollins song, Ghost Rider. So according to Case, who just texted us right now, Henry Rollins is a big fan of Marvel character Ghost Rider, thus the song Ghost Rider. Up next is a song from a band that actually made a special appearance in the Crow movie. This is with a female lead vocalist, and this was actually that scene where Fun Boy gets shot in the crotch. And this is where she was playing with her band in the movie. Here is Medicine with Time Baby 3. You're locked on to The Real Score, featuring The Crow on N.I.N. N.I.N, that was Medicine with Time Baby 3. And you are still on The Real Score, featuring The Crow with Roanna. Now, a lot of people have been wondering when the movie came out and when the news came out that Brandon Lee tragically died in the movie on set of the film while shooting. So, there are lots of scenes there that are actually just buddy doubles. For example, when Draven first enters his apartment after digging himself out of the grave, if you remember that scene, well, that was a buddy double. As well as when he falls from the window, that was a buddy double. When he puts on a makeup with the Cure song in the background, the effects team digitally added Brandon's face to the reflection in the shards in the mirror. And you have to admit, back then in the 90s, that was pretty good, digital effects right there. And another one was when he walks to the window with a crow on his shoulder. A lot of posters were from this scene. The effects team added his face during the lightning scenes. There you go. And up next, we've got something from My Life with the Thrill Kill Kult. Here is After the Flesh. Something a little bit different. It sounds kind of club beat, rock, heavy metal. I don't know. Check it out. Here it is, My Life with the Thrill Kill Kult with After the Flesh. You're locked on to The Real Score, featuring The Crow on N.I.N.
I am the way of the future.
N.I.N, that was My Life with the Thrill Kill Kult with After the Flesh. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. You're still on The Real Score, featuring the Crow soundtrack. Now time to take a quick break, and when that is done, we will be closing down the show with a 9-inch nails song. So make sure you keep it locked in.
6 to 8 p.m., giving amateur bands their chance to shine. Brought to you by the Pioneers of Rock, Red Horse Beer Music Laban, and N.I.N.
All roads lead to SM Mega Mall Halls 1 and 2 on July 16 to 20 as the country's premier gun show opens its doors to the public, the Defense and Sporting Arms Show. Now on its 17th successful year, this show's theme is AFAD Shoots for Peace. Highlights include airsoft fun and shoot demo, best dressed gun competition, and a lot more. Plus 35 trail and retail companies showcasing the latest in firearms, ammunition, parts, and accessories. For more info, call 671-8381-82. Inviting you guys to head on over to N107fm.com. Check it out for gig schedules, features, contests, and also to see what's happening for this year's N107 Rock Awards. So make sure you head on over there now at www.nu107fm.com and sign up for an account. And welcome back to The Real Score featuring The Crow. And we are down to our last song, but before that, basically, just one more trivia. If you remember, after seeing the film, when it fades into black, there is a phrase or a dedication where it says, "This film is dedicated to Brandon and Eliza." For those of you wondering who Eliza is actually the fiancé of Brandon Lee at that time. And they were set to marry 3 weeks after the movie would have wrapped up in Mexico. So it's really a sad thing how basically, the love that was torn by death in the film was carried from film to real life. That is actually Eliza Hutton, who is also an actress. Now, Brandon Lee, of course, is the son of Bruce Lee. And for those of you who've seen the movie Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, Brandon Lee was actually offered the role of Bruce Lee. So he was supposed to play his father. Unfortunately, he declined that offer, and that role was later given to Jason Scott Lee. I guess it'd be kind of weird playing your dad and in a movie where the concept is your father is being chased by a curse, and eventually the son and every firstborn sons will also be chased by a curse. They will die, a young death. Bruce Lee died at the age of 32 and Brandon Lee at the age of 28. So that's a lot of coincidence right there for you. Well, that's all the time that I have for now. My name is Roanna. Thanks for joining me for the premiere of The Real Score featuring The Crow. Catch more of The Real Score next Saturday, July 25, featuring, drum roll, okay, I can't do drum roll, Spawn! So for those of you Spawn fans out there and fans of the music behind the movie, that is what we will be listening to next Saturday. So make sure you join me Saturday every 11 o'clock till 12 noon. And now this is going to be from 9-Inch Nails to close down the show. This is a song called Dead Souls. This is Roanna for The Real Score, featuring The Crow, curtains down, fading out on N107.